Hello, this is Jedi Master Daniel 96, and yes, I will be reviewing Star Wars issue 108, Crimson Forever, the first expanded universe / legend story in 5 years. And let's get started. Well, pretty much this comic, as I said, takes place in the Legends timeline, and this comic is set after the events of Return of the Jedi, and the comic is pretty much in set in like 8 chapters, like for a one-shot comic, and it's divided into 8 chapters and stuff, and then there's talks, with Valance the Hunter, and you get to learn more of his backstory and stuff, and then there's a bit that he said he fought in the Clone Wars, which Valance the Hunter is a character from the previous issues, and then they made an idea to give him more depth to a backstory of him fighting in the Clone Wars, which wasn't even, I think, established in the previous stuff. It wasn't in the original multimedia project, but would be a good way to maybe for a future legend story, maybe have him fighting in the Clone Wars, which I think would be pretty cool. And you also have reference to other EU work, like the Witches on Dathomir riding Rancors, which was a thing in the expanded universe, and then you have a mention of the Vornsker creatures, a little brief mention of that, so little bits to get that flow of continuity going, which is the beauty of the expanded universe. And I mean, you have that in there, and then you have the reappearance of Jackson, who's the Green Rabbit. And there's a line he says, "Don't call me Rabbit," which I kind of thought was a little funny, and all that. And then you pretty much have the original trilogy characters like Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewbacca, and the 2 droids R2-D2 and C-3PO. And I would say definitely in the timeline this takes place probably not far after Return of the Jedi, which I would place this probably, like before the events of the Thrawn trilogy and stuff. And it doesn't mention that like Han and Leia are married at this point, so this is probably before their marriage in the Legends timeline, and definitely the Solo kids aren't even born yet, which, there's no, definitely, like, you could say definitely Jason, Jaina, and Anakin Solo aren't born yet, and definitely Luke hasn't met Mara Jade yet, so I would put this, before the events of the Thrawn trilogy and in the timeline. And also one of the ships of a New Republic ship, you see the New Republic logo, and you could say pretty much like this is probably, the early days of the New Republic, and this is pretty much set in the New Republic era, so it would make sense to have that logo and stuff. And there is a surprise at the end with Valance the Hunter, which I won't go too much into spoilers, but there is something with Valance the Hunter and stuff, so I will keep that a surprise, but I'll just give you one thing away, that you'll see him in a bit, almost he looks like a Terminator kind of thing from the Terminator movie, so I'll kind of give that thing away, but the rest on how it ends, I won't I'd say find out yourself, because that's pretty much it. To read it, find out for yourself, because I don't want to give too much away. And I've read this comic twice, and I had to read it again to have for the review fresh in my mind, and definitely bought the comic yesterday. And I'm gonna take this out of the plastic to showcase the artwork, which I think the artwork is decent, and that's pretty much the opening right there. And so you kind of have this opening of the pages there, and then you kind of have, you know, all this stuff right here, like some more, and I'll just showcase some random panels, like more there, and you know, and you have some stuff there, and that's just pretty much what the artwork looks like. And I'd say some decent artwork, and I'd say it was a pretty enjoyable read, and definitely I'd say it's worth a shot picking up. And if you want to see Legends continued as an alternate timeline alongside the new canon, I mean, this is your chance to show Lucasfilm that we want Legends continued as an alternate universe alongside the new canon, and this is our chance. And as said in one of my previous videos, is buy as many copies as you can, and that's pretty much all I gotta say. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and comment what you think of this down below, and I'll catch you guys next time with another video. Bye.